Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Our top stories today: Dubai SALIK Will IPO.
And you can book your visit to the new Hindu temple in Jebel Ali.
A flawless 77 million dirham rare pink diamond is in Dubai right now. And why is it not on my finger?
Wow, that's a good question.
That's a good question.
And those are good nails.
Thank you.
Oh. And this one is interesting. Educators must not discuss gender identity and sexuality with students in the UAE.
And do stay tuned for all of that. Good morning to you. Good morning to Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, everything, all of the platforms, TikTok, except those of you who are leaving or who have left Dubai. It's not okay.
It's not okay. It's just not a good morning. But we are not wishing you a good morning.
You're not getting a good morning. You know,
No.
You make friends, you go to brunches, you go out, they have babies, you become family, and then
they just leave you. It's like no consideration, you know, no empathy, no sympathy,
We had a
no
thing.
connections. They don't care about bonds. They don't care about just the human element of, you know, just that connection they make with the person. But tell me, I feel like this is coming from a deeper place.
Coming from a very deep place. 2 of my closest friends have left or are leaving in the space of like 2 or 3 months.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
no.
have that many friends. Where you got Cal there? Why? Angela, why? And Angela had a baby Noah. She took Noah with her.
Oh
How
my
dare
God. Were you close to Noah? Casey, that's so sad.
Has it not happened to you here, living here for so long? And people just
Yeah.
like, university, they fly, and it's like, oh, we have friends all over the world, and it's great, it's fabulous if I ever want to go on holidays, but actually, I'd rather them right here, in the nook.
Exactly. This is the thing, right? People just move on with their lives and change is inevitable. Like the only constant is change, and that's scary.
Well, that's not good.
That's so scary.
Has it happened? Is it happening to you? Do you think it's an age thing?
Just have to learn to detach from everyone.
Oh, this is why we should never make strong emotional connections.
Yeah, like you just need to learn with life to detach. You cannot be attached to anything or anyone. And it's the worst thing, like situations like this teach it to you, and it's just a very hard lesson, like a hard pill to swallow.
So, Kauthar, who's by the way is the longest employee ever in Lovin Dubai, near Augustus, we have her going away on Friday and then she doesn't leave for a week. But what you're telling me is I actually need to detach now.
Yeah.
So have no emotional connection or bond for the
Start
next 2
hating
weeks.
her. Start hating her.
I'll just be like, whatever, it's no big deal, okay, who?
Oh, it's so much easier said than done. Just Casey's gonna be a wreck next week.
Does this
A
happen
wreck.
to you guys? The people leaving?
So this is Kauthar's last week.
It was her last week in the office.
Oh my God, Kauthar.
Kauthar. Okay, if you have tips to get people to stay.
Or to get over them leaving.
Or to get over them leaving. Let's jump into our top story today. Big news. Stock market news.
Wow.
Dubai SALIK will IPO. Would you say our favorite? Our fave. Dubai SALIK will IPO. So following the massive success of D1 Tcom, SALIK Company, your friendly and neighbourly toll operator, announces its intention to proceed with an initial public offering and to list its ordinary shares for trading on the Dubai financial market, the DFM. So this is huge business. Millions of cars go through this. Millions of cars are registered. And so for potential investors, this is big.
So highlights of this news include 1,500,000,000 shares each with a value of 0.01 dirhams will be made available in the offering, representing 20% of SALIK's total issued share capital. And the subscription period will open on 13 September 2022. And SALIK launched in 2007. It's got 8 toll gates placed in high traffic areas and has 3.6 million vehicles registered on its toll systems.
So now it's opening to the public stock offering. You could potentially own a piece of SALIK. Who needs makeup? Who needs Sephora when you could own SALIK? But will things change? And I think that's the question a lot of people are asking as we are all SALIK users. Will we see more toll gates? Will prices fluctuate? All we know is that in the most recent couple of days, along with the announcement, SALIK did get a new look. So they've on one, I think it's the Al Garhoud Bridge. It looks a little bit more like the RTA now. The style has changed, so you might see that. But apart from that, we don't have news on more toll gates just yet. Which is good.
Exciting times. We don't know what's going to happen. Fluctuations, new toll gates.
We need to talk about our adaptability because I feel like adaptability is a good trait in people, and I think we're slow to accept change.
Yeah.
But
the future's looking bright.
But tolls actually help with the flow of traffic, and they also mean that more money goes back into the road systems. So they're actually a good thing.
Yeah, you're right, 100%.
Unless you forget to sign up to SALIK.
Oh. Then there's no hope for you, my friend.
And then your bills up, but actually, yeah, that happened to me, but I figured it out.
It took you a while to sign up for SALIK. Did you get any fines till then?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
You actually did?
Yeah.
How much?
Not to the tune, because my fear with traffic fines in Dubai is that you forget about it and it multiplies. I think I paid like 100 and something dirham.
Oh, okay.
Nothing crazy.
Oh, I thought like around the 300 range it would have been.
No, it was fine.
Okay, that's good.
I think it was I went through a couple and I wasn't registered. So when I finally registered, I just had to pay ASAP.
Okay, that's not bad. Like, because people rack up like thousands and thousands of fines. But
These are the horror stories I hear.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm like, I got a parking ticket the last day. Why did I get a parking ticket?
For not putting parking?
Yeah, I thought evenings was free.
It is free post 10 p.m.
It was earlier. It was like 9 o'clock. I assumed after work hours was free. It's not. So,
they should. Come on, RTA.
But I paid it ASAP, so it didn't rack up.
Honestly, okay, one question. I feel like Sundays, having free parking on Sundays just doesn't make sense. It should be free parking on Saturdays.
Oh, I don't want to get into it. They're both weekend days. They're both days.
But Sundays, people stay at home, you know. Saturdays is when people actually go out and do stuff. Because before the holiday shift, it used to be the free parking would be on Fridays, which is a Saturday now. So now it's a Saturday, so it should be free on Saturdays. It wasn't free on Saturdays before, which was a Sunday, but now that Saturday is a Friday, it should be free on the same day, you know, in the middle of the weekend.
I lost you.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Saturday is the middle weekender. It should be free on the middle weekender. Is what I'm saying.
Saturday's a busier day. Sunday's like a chill, relaxed day. Not many people about.
Exactly.
So give it free.
So, but people are at home anyway.
I don't know.
RTA, this is a call of help.
On the news of SALIK. If you have more questions, we will have an article up on that later in the day.
Exactly. But what we already have an article on is our next news, which is you can now book your visit to the new Hindu temple in Jebel Ali ahead of its official opening. Now, Dubai's colossal new Hindu temple in Jebel Ali has been the talk of the town for quite some time now, and worshippers have been counting the days to the opening of the temple until now. So, devotees are finally able to visit the stunning Hindu temple, the worship house, ahead of the grand opening on October 5th. So it's the soft opening now. You can go on their website. So worshippers, residents, tourists, and visitors can choose a date and time to visit the temple via the official website. The booking system has been put in place to manage the thousands of Hindu worshippers and visitors the temple is expected to experience post the official opening. And
you can prepare to be impressed by the grandeur of the architecture and interiors that will see intricate marble pillars, 3D printed installations, a large pink lotus that unwinds across the central dome, polished walnut doors, and majestic sculptures of deities. The new Hindu temple and Guru Dambar is located in Dubai's Corridor of Tolerance in Jebel Ali.
I mean, like if you guys have seen the videos, it's absolutely stunning. And then all the festivals, like for example, Diwali is coming up, and then Holi, and just like all the major Hindu festivals are expected to be celebrated at this worship house, and it's going to be so grand. Already it's beautiful, and it's the very first temple we are seeing in Dubai. Like the previous one wasn't really a temple, the one that was there in Dubai. And so it's very exciting for the community.
And is this why there's so much interest in it?
Yeah, and it's just, I think it's going to be very different to the one in Dubai. That wasn't, like I said, wasn't really a temple. The interest around it, I think even if whichever one, I think interest would be there around anyone that's opening up officially to the public and taking in visitors and stuff. But I just feel like a lot of celebrations that are going to be held there will be grand and just a lot of participation, a lot of like, you know, music, and like it'll just be a very religious and cultural thing. So the community is, you know, like really looking forward to this. And of course the visuals look beautiful.
They really, really do. And if you want to go down there, it's at the Corridor of Tolerance in Jebel Ali.
And it's so interesting. It's like religion meets technology, because like a lot of it was done through 3D printing. So we're seeing how things are really changing. Yeah, like the interiors. So I mean, a lot of buildings now in architecture is being put into place through 3D printing. So it's just interesting how it's like coming into our everyday lives.
Mind-boggling.
Yeah. Okay, fine. We don't even understand it. Well, to talk about it.
I do. I think it's mind-boggling.
I still don't understand how 3D printing works, by the way.
It's like a 3D printer. Okay.
Yeah.
Something else I don't understand that's on a whole other level. A flawless 77 million dirham pink diamond is in Dubai. So bling bling. The shining city just got shinier. This is the second largest internally flawless. It's a fancy, it's a vivid pink diamond, and it's in the Dubai's Diamond Exchange for exclusive viewing. So it's actually dubbed a natural wonder of nature. You can see the photos if you're looking on Facebook beside us. The exhibition is ahead of its auction at Hong Kong, where it is expected to fetch over 21 million US dollars. That's 77 million dirhams.
Wow. Wow. If I got it, I would sell it. But yeah.
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 Imagine if you just got it, what would you do? Yeah.
I would sell it for even like 20 million, take it. I got it, you know.
No, you would sell it, you would upsell it, and then buy more diamonds.
I will take whatever I can get if it's in the million range. At 11.15 carats, the Williamson Pink Star is the second largest internally flawless, fancy, vivid pink diamond to ever appear at auction. And originating from a mine in Tanzania, the stunner was unveiled by Sotheby's for an auction. And the pink hues make these diamonds exceptionally rare. Pink diamonds occur in various classes: faint, very light, light, fancy, fancy intense, fancy vivid.
Who wrote this? I feel like not who wrote it, but who made these names. I love it. I wonder if it's someone at Sotheby's or elsewhere. But this is a fancy vivid pink hue. It is the most sought after color, which is why the auction in Hong Kong is set to bring in some big money. It's also set to make a new price per carat record, given its incredible purity. So not only does it look amazing, it's also going to make a lot of money at Sotheby's for the owner, who we don't know who it is. We don't know who's interested. Do you have 77 million? Would you purchase that or a villa on the Palm? You might stretch it, a small villa on the Palm.
Wow, I literally, like, our brains are so in sync. I was thinking the same thing. Firstly, who has the money to buy it? And would anyone buy a diamond over a property?
Well, I feel like if you have one of these houses on Billionaires Row in the Palm, you could maybe stretch for
a pink diamond, the rarest pink hued diamond that's like vivid, rare, nice, posh.
Do you think people wear these diamonds when they own them? Or do you think it's a piece that you hope will rise in value?
And like you just put it in your showpiece.
Would you wear it?
On a pillow, under like a light.
And you'd invite people over and say, look,
at this showpiece.
A big diamond!
I can't sing right now.
Would you wear it?
Would I wear it? Oh, I so would, maybe once. Like if I am to go meet the queen. Yeah. You know, like if I'm that
rich. But you don't want to like overdress the queen, you know? You can't like be a showman when you're meeting the queen. You should be more subtle, no?
No! Why? That's when you go all out. Like if I had really expensive china in the house, it would be for the queen.
China comes out for the queen.
Yeah.
Which queen are we talking right now? Because there's different queens.
Doesn't the queen make rounds to your place?
Which one? Like my mom is the queen.
Ah.
She gets the fancy china.
Wow, I love that.
She'd appreciate the diamond.
Of course you're talking about your mom.
Well, my friends are leaving the country, so I've got no one else to talk about.
You're not the queen of, England?
The Queen of England? Yeah, I think it's like the Queen of England. If the Queen of England's coming, fancy China comes out, and you're like, oh, look at this nice ring I have on the pillow. Would you wear it? Yes or no?
For the queen, yes. But no, not otherwise. I would be very paranoid otherwise.
Yeah, same. I can't imagine I'd ever have the scope of wealth to...
If it drops. If it gets stolen. If it gets stained.
You're right, sell it.
Sell it, yeah. Just sell
With
it.
the Dubai Diamond Exchange.
But then what do you do with all that money, Like, if you have so much money, you just want to, like... I don't know. I think when we get there, we'll understand.
When we get there, we'll talk.
Yeah.
We'll meet back. We'll circle back.
You guys know it. Next story. Educators must not discuss gender identity and sexuality with students in the UAE. Now, seeing the new academic year has kicked off, the Ministry of Education has adopted a new code of conduct for educators. And it's quite interesting. So it represents the general framework targeting all government and private workers in the educational sector. It also includes a set of principles and ethical values that educators and everyone must follow. Some of the highlights that the code of conduct entails include education professionals should commit to protecting children from bullying, neglect and exploitation. Educational professionals should also avoid disclosing confidential information about students and their families.
Yeah, so it's a really solid piece of framework. Education professionals must be aware of Emirati culture, traditions, as well as highly regard the values of Islam. Education professionals must refrain from smoking in the workplace and using unauthorized substances. And finally, educators must not discuss socially unacceptable behaviors like gender identity and homosexuality within the classroom environment. And I also think it stresses on the type of attire that must be worn. So you must be obviously respectful to the culture and just kind of the wide variety of culture and religions that are in the classroom. So just be respectful of the city that we're in.
Exactly. So this has been released, and I think, like educators across the UAE, like across the board, have to follow this and just be aware of these rules and regulations. But new school year, new regulations for students, teachers, and speaking of which, it's time for us to turn students.
It's Tuesday morning, which means, of course, it's time for Arabic Word of the Day, where Simran and I try and learn a new Arabic word every single day. And yesterday we learned a phrase, a sentence.
It's not fair. You have that in front of you and you see the words every day.
It's an open document that you have access to if you chose to open it on Drive.
The shade never stops, does it?
Can I open it there?
Yeah, I'll try when I remember my password.
He said I rise.
Whatever.
So I realized we need linking words.
Yes.
We're really struggling with linking words. Our vocabulary is just phenomenal at this point. We're probably at about 8 words, but we really need to link car, money, and beautiful because. So I think either
is.
I thought because.
Because that makes sense.
Alibaba, can you please give us the translation for because? Le Anna. Like Joanna is hungry. Li Anna. When you I said Le Anna and you go what does mean?
Yeah.
Means yes.
Okay, la is no. No, I don't think is yes. What is yes?
That's just like an inflection that we could probably just
At this point we have so many words. We just need to do a quiz one day.
Leanna. Okay. Leanna.
Because Leanna.
Okay.
I feel like next week we should do a quiz. We need to study and do a quiz.
This studio is Bardana, Leanna, the AC, Mub working.
Whoa! That was amazing!
Did you understand it?
That was so good. I mean, it was like, you can understand even if you don't know the words, but it's so good. So good.
It's Bardana, Leanna. There's a lot of Annas. Okay.
Oh.
So I said this studio, for those of you who don't speak Arabic.
So good.
Bard. Oh. Okay, thank you.
That's so good.
Bardana means I'm cold. So I said this studio is I'm cold because the AC is not working. So Bard is cold.
Okay. Okay, so I see there was a mess up there. That should be you. And there I was so impressed.
Okay, Yala, you go.
Okay, not in the mood for cake. Not in the mood for any of the, usual words.
Okay. Do you want to talk about your top?
No.
No?
No. كله تمام. كله تمام. لأن Kauthar is leaving. Sorry. Low blow. Low blow. I'm so too soon. It was just right there. I feel like that's the spirit. Just your colleague for 5 years and best friend and like the person you go out to themed brunches with, like especially the Mean Girls theme one where you dressed up as like what, the mom?
Yeah, that was a house party.
No, oh, that's cool. Yeah, just her. Kauthar.
The whole building will fall in,
crime.
by the way. Like this is just held together by her demeanor. This whole thing is just going to fall down when she leaves.
Oh.
Okay, so yours was Kulu Tamam.
Is everything okay because Kauthar is leaving?
Mub. Guys, that is it for us on the Lovin Dubai show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We go live in podcast format as well. If you have any questions or thoughts or comments, we love to read them before, during, and after the show. So keep them coming. Goodbye from me.
I had to literally check the dictionary to see what's mob, but
I think it's no.
No, yeah, it's not.
Oh.
But it's the same thing, the same energy.
Not. Sa is no. La.
Mub tamam. I think it's like
Not okay. See, you're connecting.
I don't know.
That's what happens when you learn so much and then you start connecting. You've reached the next level.
You think we're doing better than Rich? Because he's like our bar.
I don't know.
I think we are. I feel like we are. Anyway, we have Ali, Baba, and Shahir to take us through. So we are. But anyway, you guys, bye.
Bye. Jamelia.